Hey everybody, welcome back to the family channel.
Hello.
We hope you guys are having a fantastically awesome day so far. We hope you had an amazing weekend. Our weekend was pretty good, thank you very much for asking, although it was quite hectic. Garen had a game on Saturday that was meant to be a long distance one, but then it turned out to be a home game because he played for the bigger boys. And then after the game we had to go to the hospital. He got smashed into the mantle and his hand was all swollen. It was in a funny color.
Yeah, it was pretty hectic because it was a proper bump.
Yeah, he's a tough old little bugger, and we thought he'd really hurt himself because he actually came off the ice and the medic checked him out. Then he carried on playing, and then he refused not to miss yesterday's game. He was like, nope, I've got to play because otherwise there's only 9 of us and then we won't be able to play, so I've got to push through. And he actually had a really good game yesterday.
He did, yeah, he did.
Leia had a sleepover on Saturday night with her friend, and she did her nails. They were upstairs doing nails, and Leia did actually an amazing job. She came down and showed up, her friend came down and showed her nails, and I was like, holy smokes. I was quite impressed that Leia actually did that.
I'm doing she's doing mine tonight.
Oh God, and mine tomorrow. I'm gonna look sexy. Anyway, today we are reacting to Appalachia's Disappearing Hillbillies. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This was a recommendation. I cannot remember who recommended it. There's been a few of these hillbilly type videos recommended to me, and this one drew me in and I thought we'd check it out. But before we get into today's video, if you guys haven't done so already, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you want to support the channel, please use our Amazon affiliate link. It's linked down in the description. It won't cost you anything extra, but if you do any shopping on Amazon, we'll get a tiny little percentage, and that goes towards our savings to hopefully come over to the States sometime soon. Anyway, without further ado, let's check out Appalachia's Disappearing Hillbillies.
Hillbillies, inbreds, drugs, poverty. Appalachia is the media's favorite.
Sounds like a good weekend.
Yeah.
Is any of that real? To find out, we went deep into the mountains of Georgia.
You can't run us out, you can't stomp us out.
Our destination was Rabun County, where Deliverance, the movie that made Appalachia the villain.
I've never seen that movie. I've always wanted to see Deliverance. I always hear references to it, but I've never seen it.
Was shot. Deliverance's story of Appalachian inbreds terrorizing a group of city folk has shaped America's perception of the region for decades. We wanted to know what was truth and what was fiction.
A lot of the locals do not like the movie just because of the way it portrayed us.
The trip started in Atlanta. Progressive, modern, urban, but just a couple of hours north, things look completely different. The city, gone, replaced by the country and the hills. We were headed as deep into the mountains as we could go. On the way there, though, we stopped to talk to people about the area.
Are hillbillies still a thing?
My neighbors would consider hillbillies, I guess, because they backwoods country and ain't got no sense.
The first thing we learned was that this...
I could hardly understand
I
it.
know, I was just reading subtitles.
I think she backwards. What?
They're hillbillies, I guess, because they backwoods country and ain't got no sense.
The
Backwoods.
first thing we learned was that this was a deeply conservative region.
When somebody starts talking about this transgender junk and killing babies and all this kind of stuff, there ain't no way I'd vote for him.
The people here are quick to remind you, Appalachia isn't just the country. It's something else entirely. A different culture, a different pace, a different history. Yet, like the country, Appalachia loves Donald Trump, its Bibles, and its barbecue. Our
Barbecue.
destination was in the mountains.
I love a good barbecue. I was saying to Kat, it is getting warm now. It's getting warmer. So we're going to start whipping the barbecue out as soon as I can get to it, because we've got insulation in the shed at the moment, which is a bit of a nightmare, but I will try and get to it.
But we stopped on the way to hear stories like Christian's, a Marine Corps veteran turned beekeeper who waved us down on the roadside to ask if we needed help. That's Appalachia, a place where strangers don't stay strangers for long.
Where are you from?
My grandma literally lived right where that light pole is. If you turn right there.
So what's the deal around here? What's it like?
I mean, crap. There's not a whole lot to do unless you're into nature. The difference between hillbillies and rednecks. Redneck is gonna be like your dipper, probably a loud gay truck.
Dipper?
Real hillbilly,
What's a dipper?
I don't know.
Is it that tobacco?
I don't know.
Isn't that called dip? That stuff they put in their mouth?
Is it?
I think so. Isn't that stuff that they sell that all the kids are trying now? Doesn't it say dip on the tin? That tobacco that they chew
I
on.
never took it, so I'm
No.
asking the wrong person.
No, I know, but you're saying people, because that's become really popular in Slovakia now.
Yeah.
It's
So-
called chewing tobacco in Slovak.
yeah.
That's like that.
real bad one. I mean, those are the rebel flag, racist usually. They'll fight tooth and nail. Say that's not what that flag means. But
Still see that around?
dude, they have a store next to Walmart. It's literally a rebel store.
Where's that?
Rebel
I want to go.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out.
Yeah, that's
Wow, a
shit.
rebel
You'll be like,
shop.
oh. I mean, there's gonna be they're still fighting the good fight. they think the South will rise again or something, dude. I don't know.
Forget the Confederacy.
Oh, it's a dog.
Tradition is alive here in many ways.
Looks like a cool little
Many
market.
towns have markets like this where people from the mountains come to trade stories, sell what they've made, and share a little of what they know.
How cool is that?
This and other traditions remain more intact in Appalachia than just about anywhere else in the country.
I was raised in the Tennessee mountains, and when I moved up here, my wife's parents, they lived up here.
Where you were raised, were there paved roads, electricity?
No, I thought we were rich because we had a two-seater outhouse.
He thought they were rich, like, because they had a two-seater outhouse.
What's a two-seater outhouse?
Oh! Like Bobby had our gym.
I never went in that.
No.
That was so gross.
They had a two-seater, so you could go in there with a mate.
Yeah. I hate
Hold hands. Me and Mommy would do it romantic.
Ew.
Morning.
I hate outhouses so
I
much.
thought we were rich because we had a two-seater outhouse. Past Atlanta, then you're in the South. But up here, no.
How's that different?
The people, their attitudes and stuff, and you can tell by the way they actually act. Like you get down into Atlanta, everybody thinks their shit don't stink, you know? And me, I don't care. I've had people in Atlanta try to hijack me on my other truck, and I carry a 45 right on my damn seat. One black guy came up and said, "Get out of the truck, we're taking it." And I just took my pistol, stuck it up the window. I said, "Well, which one of you damn want to die first?" Because I'll leave your ass laying in the road to drive off. I'll go home, smash the barrel on the gun, put a brand new barrel in, and they can't tie me to shit.
You carry right now?
Probably not the best thing to admit on the internet. I'll just smash the barrel up. You won't find me, mate.
If you're still watching and don't trust corporate media to share the reality of the country, hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot more videos coming from the forgotten corners of America and the world, beginning with Appalachia and then the Rust Belt. There may be no scene
Rust
more
Belt.
associated with Appalachia than this.
I do like the sound of a banjo.
Yes.
I don't know why. There's something really cool about it.
Yeah.
I used to watch this guy in New Zealand, Clay Tool Stories, and he had someone come on there once and they played the banjo, and I was just amazed. I thought it was awesome.
Billy was 15 when he played the Banjo Boy, but when Hollywood left, Billy stayed. And when Deliverance was nominated for Best Picture, Billy ended up spending years working at a Walmart, unable to afford his medical bills. He still lives nearby, and his relatives run this diner.
Billy's story was Billy didn't get any money from it, or got very little money.
He got very little money, yes. I mean, they portrayed us pretty badly in the movie. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the locals do not like the movie just because of the way it portrayed us. So.
That's like the locals here with Hostel.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you guys have ever seen that horror movie Hostel, but when Kat and I first got together, I used to have DVDs. Like, this is amazing as well because no one has DVDs anymore. I had a DVD rack, and one of the movies in there was Hostel, and Kat was like, "I hope you don't think..." Oh, she went mad. I didn't even know it was filmed in Slovakia.
No?
But yeah, she was like, "We not like that." I was like, all right, fair
Yeah,
enough.
it was bad. It was bad.
Hostel. Great movie.
A lot of the locals do not like the movie just because of the way it portrayed us. So.
We learned where that banjo scene was
I
shot.
like the
and went to
roads.
Take a look. In 1972, it was a dirt road. in
Camera's
one
moving
shack.
too quick.
So you saw the video?
Those are
Dirt
amazing
road.
houses. Sorry to pause again. I'd love a house like that in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hillbilly playing the banjo and everything. This is it right now. Obviously a lot different. Now that being said though, this is still a remote and rugged area. We'll take a walk over here where there's some houses that kind of capture that. There's like a dozen dogs just came running off this property over there, and there's something going
That's
on. We're gonna go take a look. There's another one.
We have so many dogs around.
Oh my.
Another one. It's like a clown car.
A house up, we met this girl.
What's up? Hey.
Look at its eyes.
What do you guys got?
12. Yeah, we got more up at the house.
She told us that if we really wanted to understand Appalachia, we needed to go deeper. But she warned us, be careful. Moments before we had talked to her, her neighbor came down with a gun and had threatened to shoot all of her dogs.
There's some crazy people on this road, just letting y'all know.
Are there?
Don't trust him. He just threatened to shoot my dogs because his dogs ran after my dogs.
Most people around here have guns?
He had one in his hand just a couple minutes ago.
The guy that came running down here yelling.
Yeah, I was yelling at him back because he threatened to shoot my dogs. Which he's already shot one of my dogs. This one, he shot it with something, and it was right beside her heart.
He shot that little dog right there.
Yeah.
Good hand.
And she's my baby.
They well behaved.
And we've had problems with him. He's stolen stuff from us before. My dad doesn't like him. My dad wants him off this mountain, but
Dad wants him off this mountain.
when the cops come up here, he'll go out there and stay for a couple days. And there's guns up in there because I walked up there one time.
What's it like around here now?
Full of druggy people for sure. Everyone that lives on this road is druggy people.
What kind of drugs?
Mainly fentanyl.
Really?
A guy just died from fentanyl. Banner, come here.
That fentanyl is terrible. I've seen a few documentaries on that stuff, and it is so brutal. There was a policeman who was searching someone, and they had fentanyl on them, and he was driving back, and he started to like pass out. He had to get rushed to hospital.
Yeah, it's nasty.
That's horrible stuff.
Good boy.
So we got back in the car and we started driving deeper into the mountains.
It's beautiful, though.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Look at this mountain.
After a few hours of driving through the remote beauty of Georgian Appalachia, we spotted this man, Don, off a gravel road. We were in the middle of nowhere, deep in the mountains. If anyone was a hillbilly, he would be it.
Oh, is that
We
that
can
flag?
our food. We grow our food in our garden. My wife cans it. We're true blue-blooded Americans. What would happen if all the whites and all the blacks got along great all the time? What would it be?
Ooh. Yeah, this might get controversial.
Are y'all out of the lab? A little turd.
How long you live around here?
35 years. When I come here, it was a dirt road. I wanted land. I was a trucker.
You need a place to store your trucks.
Well, that and work on this reason I got a big shop and everything. 5 I keep up.
What's your favorite?
That there's my baby, but the one I drive the best. You want to see my favorite?
Absolutely.
Come on in here.
Thank you.
So this is my little pride and joy right here. This is a 1941 military Cadillac.
Oh my gosh!
Rust free.
Oh, it's got a cracked windscreen, but I wasn't expecting that.
Wow.
2000, I say, or before, this little before, they paved the roads.
You have electricity?
So they had no paved roads before 2000.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
But I got a generator too.
Okay.
We country folks survive.
Folk know that city folk don't know.
Well, nature. People in the city have no idea about this. This is nature. I mean, just like the Indians, this is all Cherokee land. All this is Cherokee. You can dig up Cherokee stuff all over here. Arrows, everything. This was all Cherokee land at one time until the whites took it.
Yeah.
The whites did a very bad injustice. I mean, I'm a white person, but the government did a very bad injustice to the Indian. We can our food. We can all our food. We grow our food in our garden. My wife cans it. She's an old country girl from Franklin, North Carolina, 20 miles up the road. You know, and the mountain people are totally different. I know some people call them hillbillies, but they're not hillbillies. I mean, hillbillies live further away up in the woods, but don't get around nobody. The mountain people, they know you. They do anything for you. I got great neighbors. I mean, it ain't the almighty dollar. It's being neighborly. You know what I mean? Neighborly. We all try to help each other. We all try to look out for each other. You know, I mean, we look out for the rich people over here.
So what's a hillbilly compared to a mountain person?
They usually just stay to their family. You know what I mean? They don't go in town much and stuff, you know. But, you know, I mean, they're good people. I've met some. I know one that lived down the road before I even moved here when my sister lived there. He used to get a jug of moonshine, and when he got in trouble with his wife, he'd get on the moonshine, a jug of moonshine, get on his mule, and a sleeping bag and a shotgun, and he'd go up
Get on his mule.
He'd go in the hills for a week and stay out of trouble. Me, I'm a history buff. I love history. One day we'll all be history.
Well, I got a question about history.
Yeah.
So I know you got this flag on the front of your car here.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean? What does that mean to you? What's that?
We're
symbolize
Southern
to you?
heritage. This our heritage. It's not racism. You know, everybody says, "Oh, you see a rebel flag." Yeah, that's racism. You want to see what I got on the back of it?
Yeah, please.
Come on the back of it. Just because we're rebels, I mean, you know, there's an American flag. You know what I mean?
What do you saying? You know,
That's a bit irritating.
It's against the country. It's against the
No, it isn't.
laws.
We're Americans too, but it's our heritage. You know, I was born in Chicago, so I'm basically a Yankee. Okay, I was born Yankee.
You got 6 weeks of Yankee, and then
So I got 6 weeks of Yankee, and I was in Florida all my life.
Yeah.
Until 17 when I joined the military. But, you know, we serve our country, and just because someone has a rebel flag, that ain't racism. I mean, I'd help anybody. I'd give you my whole shirt off my back if I need to. What would happen if all the whites and all the blacks got along great all the time? What would it be? It'd be harmony, right? But see, a lot of people push it back and forth. And I say the politicians do that. What's wrong with this country is they turn their face on God. And if you turn your face on God, He'll turn your face on you. I don't know you from Adam's house, cat. I don't even know your name. But I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because I'm American and I believe in God.
you say you got a whole garden up here that you grow everything in?
Yeah. You want to look at it?
Like, he doesn't know him. He's invited him in and he's been like open and honest.
Yeah.
I like that. I won't comment on that.
Very honest, isn't it?
I won't
actually?
comment on that flag because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard like he says the rebel flag. I don't know what it is. So like, you know, on this channel we don't get into politics and we don't get into things we don't know. So
Kelly?
Shit, yeah. You don't bother me.
he seems a really nice guy.
Yeah.
That's good at the
So we have
game.
our chickens. This is my worm bed for fishing. We grow our own worms. This is all our garden area.
Telephone poles?
I'll put them all together, put them in the ground. They're in the ground 4 feet.
How many dogs you got?
6.
So what are you growing here?
We grow everything. And the raspberries. Look at the raspberries. These are wild raspberries out of the mountains. My wife and I went all around the mountains picking them out wild. And they get as big as your finger. We grow potatoes, tomatoes, carrots. You just pull carrots out, made homemade potato soup the other day.
Wow.
We till the garden and everything. We use the chicken fertilizer, the chicken poop, put it in the garden.
Not much growing at the moment.
There's
though.
worms in there 6 inches long, buddy. They're like snakes, night crawlers and stuff. Look at that potato growing. That's a potato we threw in there growing.
What the?
No, that's cabbage. That's cabbage. This is a Harley shed.
Holy
This
shit.
is my Harley shed. This is my Harley shed. Tons of fishing poles, anything. People
You got everything you need.
You got too much. It's that cool when it's 100 degrees.
I mean, it's like crisp.
Yeah, look how clear the water. 478 feet deep.
478 foot.
Never find no better water. My wife lived up here all her life. She said never seen no better water. My father was born in 1903. I was born in 1959. He was
Same year as Mummy. 1903.
56 years old. And I asked him,
Yeah,
when he was
obviously.
80 years old, I asked him, I said, Dad, I says, you was born in 103. I said, you seen from horse and buggy to automobile to planes to rockets.
That's a good
I
point.
said, what do you think? He says, son, he said, I was a kid yesterday. You flip your fingers, that's how fast your life goes by. I'm gonna ask both of you what the answer of this is. What is the smallest thing in the world that makes the biggest difference? The smallest thing in the whole, it don't matter whatever you think, the smallest thing. You tell me what you think, what the smallest thing in the world makes the biggest difference.
A handshake?
What about you?
I was thinking an air molecule keeps us alive.
No, sir. Attitude. Your attitude is my father was 80 years old. He died at 81.
Redneck different.
Just, we're down to earth, but we stand our ground.
Do you consider yourself a redneck?
Yes, sir. I'm a redneck. I tell you, I got a redneck too, buddy. Okay? I'm a redneck, and just like the old song, country people survive. We got a 4-wheel drive and a shotgun. You can't run us out. You can't stomp us out. You ain't gonna stomp us out. We're true blue-blooded Americans, born and raised here.
Don had seen the mountains change. When he arrived there was no one else. Now, the house across the road from him is worth millions of dollars. Similar developments are popping up elsewhere, and the city is encroaching.
But, you know, the rich people moving in. You know, everybody from the cities are moving up here.
Yeah.
If you look around, you'll see where they're putting houses all over.
Same as here, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, like people will start moaning about the chickens and stuff soon, even though we're in a village.
Yeah.
We've got like this weird house up the road.
Oh, yeah, across the road.
It's like
so
a Beverly Hills house.
It's so weird the way they've built it.
It just doesn't fit there because
No.
it's right by the main road as well, and it's just like the house is just standing there between like all of these old houses
and then
it's
you
like
get
It's so futuristic, some weird.
Yeah,
it looks like a.
so weird.
It looks like a fort, like a bunker, basically.
Yeah,
the
it
front
does.
of it, because
Yeah.
at the top they've got really slim windows. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'll try and film it one day and show you a photo or something. It's quite a weird looking house, but it's so out of place here.
Yeah.
Over the mountains.
Is it changing it out here for you?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Our taxes went way up because of the mansions and everything. They done sold that place they just sold it 2 or 3 months ago. Over $8 million. Yes, sir, right there. $8 million.
The Appalachia Don knows and loves is changing.
Taking us up to a river. I said, you're not going to believe this river, so he wants to show us that. We're following, it's a couple miles to get there.
Taking time out of his day to just.
Wow.
Those dogs.
This is where we come fishing. This is all national forest, all of it. This is unreal, ain't it? Look at this. Look how clear your water is.
Wow.
You drink this water. This rock comes off the rock. This is all full fish. But I mean, just to look at all this. I mean, look how clear that
There's no
water
bottles
is. That's the reason there's no they won't let no industry in here, thank God. They don't want that water polluted like it is in Atlanta. No chemicals.
Like if you go to the river here, there's always like litter.
Yeah.
Getting caught up in that. Like if you look in the trees there, even where the water's flooded, there's no. Like.
What do you see here that you don't see all over the place? Trash.
Yeah.
You see the signs? There's signs all over the road. $1,000 fine. You throw shit out and you get caught and one of these people turn you in, you got a $1,000 ticket.
Yeah, there's
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's just
That's good.
That's
so
nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Clean. This is persimmon community I live in, and us, the people, keep it clean. We actually have days that everybody gets out and picks trash up.
Don told us he may not be around to see what happens next. After hours of talking, he casually mentioned that he had cancer and wasn't sure how long he'll live.
65 years old, 385, you know. I'm still moving, brother. I'm gonna move. They're gonna have to cut my fingers off to get me, brother. I'm gonna hold on. You ever gonna forget this place?
Never.
I never will.
Never. Can't thank you enough, Don.
Oh, yeah.
Really.
He was at peace with it, he said, because he'll give his land, his little piece of heaven, to his son,
Taking the piss out of
and
his
be
head.
laid to rest in the woods.
I'm passing everything down to my sibling. I mean, not my siblings, but my son. You know, and I told him, I said, if you ever sell a piece of land like this, you would never find it again.
Whether alive or dead, Don said, he will be in the mountains.
That took a really
I just
sad
wanted to
turn.
say that.
Oh, shame. He's like ill like that. He's got a great attitude. He's like, welcome people in. He's like, yeah, taste my water. Let's go to the river.
Yeah, he's
Like-
probably blended with nature, isn't he?
Yeah, I like that sort of stuff.
That
Like,
took a dark turn.
yeah, shame, man. But like, I get where he's coming from with the rich people or the city people
Yeah.
and stuff, because we're getting it quite a lot here. There's so much building work and they're getting done that it sort of like ruins it. Not ruins it. Like I don't
it
care.
Does, in a way.
Like-
It does, because like, you know, when people like simplicity and
Yeah.
you know, like loads of nature and stuff around, and then just some people, because they're just too greedy and they have to have this massive mansion
Yeah.
and stuff, and it's just wrong. Like,
Or you move to the village because you want a village style life with your chickens and stuff, and then
Yeah.
they start moaning about the chickens or the smell from the
Yeah.
farm, and you're like, well, you moved into a village. What do you expect? Go to the city. Go back to the city.
Yeah.
I think that guy's got a great attitude. Like I say, we don't understand that flag. I don't actually know a lot about it. I
I
know.
don't know anything.
I know sort of where it came from. It was the war. Was it the Civil War?
I think so.
Where they,
yeah.
Yeah, it's something to do with that. I don't know a lot about it. Like I've said, my American history isn't up to scratch. I know a lot of like European history and stuff. But yeah, that's something I want to get into, like learn a bit more about, because obviously I felt a bit clueless when that came on, because I can't really say anything on it if I don't understand it. And the last thing I want to do is offend somebody, yes. Which is so easy nowadays. But I think that sort of lifestyle is perfect lifestyle. You're in the mountains, you got nature all around you. We're
like
lucky as well.
Literally all around you.
Well, to be fair, we're quite lucky. We've got very similar. Okay, we're in a town, so we got lots of houses, but nature's literally just there.
Yeah.
We get the big deer coming into our garden. Leia and I actually saw a herd of red deer the other day, and they are massive, aren't they?
They were huge.
The big antlers and stuff. What Leia's looking at is Puss wants to go out the window. He's a bit upset now because we haven't fed them yet. He's giving me death stares. Do you want to go out, mate? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. If you guys want us to react to anything, fire us an email. I know, like, I'm a bit slow at getting back to them.
Instagram, I reply.
Yeah, Leia's on the Instagram, by the way. So, yeah, she replies to all the DMs and stuff, and then she'll forward them to me. But I think she's a bit slack with uploading stuff.
I don't know what's up.
Well, you took an awesome video of the sunset yesterday. You could have uploaded.
Me.
Yeah, but you could have uploaded that. You were with me and Mommy. We family.
I was hanging out the window.
Yeah, I had to slow down so she could get to film the bloody sunset. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope you have a fantastic rest of the evening, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye.